Alright guys, so I told you I would do the video about the new construction experience. And let me tell you something, it was definitely an experience. When my clients closed, I was like, anyone that comes to me about new construction, I'm just gonna refer them to someone else. That's how bad it was. So let's jump into this new construction thing. If you want to do a new construction, that's good. One of the things that I do notice with Pittsburgh is that Pittsburgh has a lot of older homes, and with that, it could mean like foundational issues, lead-based paint issues. Any house that's built before 1978 might have lead-based paint, and you can also find lead in the ground, like in your yard. So when you buy a new construction home, you have a higher chance of avoiding those issues. So I'm not trying to deter you from using new construction or doing a new construction. I'm just telling you to brace for impact, at least from the experience we had with my client. So I'm not going to name the company, but I'm just going to tell you my experience. So one of the things when I'm doing contracts with my clients, I tell them, do not go into a new construction home without me being present. And my clients went into a new construction home without me being present. So, in a sense, that's kind of like, okay, let's see where this goes. So, they called me, they told me they went into a new construction home. One of the meetings I went down there, the second meeting that they were having with them, I was there with them. And their seller agent did not acknowledge me because he's already salty that my clients had a client and had an agent. So I just said, you know what? Let me just smile and carry on for the sake of my clients and being professional. I ignored it, whatever. So one of the times we were in the house he was showing us the house, and my client was like, "And this is Jana, my agent." And then the other agent was like, "Huh?" And my client was like, why are you acting surprised? We told you from the very first meeting that we had an agent. And don't make, like, he's pretty much making it look like he's never heard of me and my clients were lying about having an agent or whatever. So I ignored it, I carried on. From that day, I was like, this is not going to be an easy road. It's like you can see red flags and you're like, okay. So then another time we sat down to sign the agreement, and I always tell my clients, do not sign anything until I read it, or at minimum until you read it, because what they do is with me as the buyer agent, they don't share anything with me. To them, I am the enemy, because I am taking care of my clients. They're taking care of themselves and getting a sale. Okay, so they are going to see me as the agent as their enemy because what they can get away with, they know they can't get away with it because now my clients have an agent who's looking out for their best interest. They had nothing in writing when we sat at the table. They use a different sales contract from what we're used to using. So I was literally sitting at this table saying to my client, do not sign anything, let me read the sales contract over. Even prior to reading the sales contract, I was asking their sales agent certain questions, like what about the refund of the deposit money if nothing works out, and blah blah blah. He gave us one answer. When I read the contract, it said something totally different. And again, another strike in my head. Nothing was in writing. I made sure to have everything in writing because that's how I protect myself and I protect my clients, so we can also go back and refer to it if something else goes not according to plan, which a lot of it did in this transaction. But I'm sure I'm going to be forgetting certain things, but just letting you know. We were supposed to go look at another model house. On the way there, wait, even before that, we're sitting down talking to this seller's agent, and he's pretty much telling us to wrap it up because he's got to go to a golf meeting or a family golf event that he doesn't want to be late for. So I was like, all right, cool. On the way to the model house to see like a completed one, this dude pulled over and stopped for gas. Mind you, we were following him. And when we saw that he turned into the gas station, we're like, this is not where this place is. Then we realized he was pulling over for gas. I said, oh, okay. Very interesting. But, we went on. We carried on with life. We left him to get his gas. We drove to the place because we knew we had to plug it in the GPS. And then he met us there. And that's where he was talking to my clients, making it seem like it's a problem now that you have an agent. Okay, so this is one of the things. If you're using an agent when you're doing a new construction, please, please, please trust your agent, not their agent. Because one thing with my client, she read the documents, I read the document. What I couldn't find out, she found out. What she couldn't find out, I found out. And the fact that I was pretty much ghosted from sharing off documents, that they didn't share anything with me. So my clients had to get the documents, then forward it to me. Then I give them the green light to sign and whatever it is. So a certain time period, you're not allowed to increase the price. And that period was well beyond past. We're talking about maybe I think it was 2 weeks before closing, they increased the price. And we're like, oh, what's going on? You cannot be increasing the price because the time for that has passed. And they're like, oh, because of this, and we're like, no. Then this price should have been increased 2 weeks ago. It should not be increasing now. So my client got a hold of another office agent there. And we were talking to the other office agent. We got a hold of their top manager. And we're like, listen, I called the top manager. I was like, listen, this is some crazy shit from the beginning to the end. And now we're closing. You guys are telling us price is increasing when that time for the price increase has passed. And I was like, you guys need to fix this or my clients will be backing out of this agreement. Were they going to? No. But we had to use that to say, listen, fix your shit because this is ridiculous. And I'll be going back and forth because I'm trying to just tell you how it went as it comes to my head. He said before all of this too, the sales agent said he didn't show up for the construction introduction. So there's a construction manager. He didn't show up for that introductory meeting. He said he was going to schedule a group talk to go over things. He was MIA for that group talk, the group call. So this specific agent that they were using was just dropping the ball, didn't know the sales contract. All he was there for was for free money because when it was time for him to be at the office, he was never there, hardly ever on time, or he doesn't show up at all. So in a normal situation where we're buying out already existing home, I would be the one on the battlefield while my clients are just enjoying this easy, smooth sailing process. But with this, my clients were in the battle with me, on the battlefield with me, going through it. And honestly, in my mind, I was like, this is not fair. This is not right for them. This is what I should be protecting them from. But I couldn't because they cut me out and everything had to go through my clients, then come to me. And then I handled it on my end. Let me see, because I put some. Yeah. One of the next thing too, they want you to use their home inspector. I said no. My clients got their own home inspection done. I provided them with a list to choose from, and they scheduled it with a third-party home inspection company. They didn't like that idea. Because why? When we use our own inspection company, they're going to be truthful to us because they work for us, and they're going to tell us what problems exist in the house. If you use their inspection company is going to overlook certain things, going to put band-aid on certain things, right? So that's one of the things to do it. Do you have to use an agent when you're doing a new construction home? You really don't have to, in all honesty. But do I recommend that you do? Absolutely. Because with me and my clients being tag team partners. They catching stuff that I missed. I'm catching stuff that they missed. It worked out wonderfully for us to get stuff done. And even with us working wonderfully and we are relaying information to them, they still drop the ball on their end. Because my clients wanted a fan rough in every room, and they didn't put one in the living room. When they did the walkthrough and they checked it out, it was too late. So we relayed it to the information to the seller agent to get that done, and he was supposed to relay it to the construction manager to get it done. He dropped the ball on relaying it to the construction manager. I even offered to pay for it to get it fixed because I want my clients to be happy to get what they're paying for. But it was too late. They couldn't get it. So the final walkthrough, I went with them to the final walkthrough, and I'm the type of person, like, I am checking everything. Final walkthrough don't mean just walk through the house. I was checking, making sure the heater was working, the hot water heater was working, the pipes were running right, the windows were opening and closing, and all of that stuff. And yes, we did find faults in, I think it was 2 windows. The latches were broken, so I said fix it. One of the drawers in the kitchen wasn't closing properly. I said fix it. The pipe in the bathroom was dripping a little bit. I said fix it. Because I'm like, yeah, I'll put my clients through enough. They're getting fix. And if you can't fix it before closing, then we need a written agreement to say you're going to fix it after closing. And that's what we did. So, in wrapping up, just saying, it's not an easy road. I always tell my buyer clients, this is not HGTV. It's not Smooth Sailing or Selling Sunset or whatever these shows are called anymore, because I don't even watch them. It's literally a battlefield, and in a normal world, a lot of people think that real estate agents don't do anything. The reason why a lot of people think that real estate agents don't do anything is because you are cut out of the battlefield. We are handling the battlefield. But my clients got to experience the battlefield, and they're like, wow, this is really eye-opening. And this made me understand why real estate agents deserve to get paid. Because when we save you guys from the background, it looks like an easy process. But when you're in the battlefield with us, it's not an easy process. I'm telling you. So, with that being said, like I said, use an agent. Don't use an agent. Just be thorough on what you're doing with your home inspection. The perks of using their loan officer is they offered my client flex cash, which was $20,000 toward their costs. So that helped out. So they could buy down their rate, and whatever it is, they can put it toward whatever. I think they've changed that now. So using their loan officer, if they have good perks, definitely do that. And then you get to use their closing company as part of that agreement and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's my main thing for you. Get an agent, use an agent, trust your agent 100% because they're going to turn you against your agent, and just keep it moving. If I remember anything else from this experience, I will put it underneath the comment. But yeah, it was a rough experience, and like I said in the beginning, I told my clients, if anyone comes to me about another new construction home, I'll be like referring them out to someone else. But will I be referring them out? I think, honestly, I would pick up people who are doing new home construction houses, because now I have the experience of what to expect going into it. So, and I guess different builders, different problems, but at least I have the foundation to know what to look for and all of these good stuff. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm always here to help you, and I'll talk to you guys another day.